Hi, this is Keith with the Georgetown County School District, and today I'm going to show you how to use Google Drawings to do infographics, etc. in your classrooms. And so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to be in as a student. So I'm going to go up to what I call the Rubik's Cube, click, and I'm going to go to my drive. It's just the easiest to find from here. So from my drive, I'm going to click New, and then I'm going to go down to where it says More, and slide over and go to Google Drawings. So this is what you will get in your Google Drawings. So the first thing that you want to do, so that you don't have a whole bunch of things in there that are not titled, is come up here and title this. So I'm going to title this one Cell Parts, because this happens to be one that I'm working on with a teacher this time. Now once I get down here, I got it labeled. It's going to save it automatically. And I'm going to need probably a little bit more room than what I have here. So down here at the bottom you see these little lines. I'm just going to click on them, left click, and drag them over. And then it'll automatically center it for me. And I can keep dragging it until I have a full screen or as much room as I need. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is, instead of having all these little checks in the background, is I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose a different background color. And I'll just choose something neutral here in the middle. Okay, so that's how you choose your background color. And then you want to start putting something in there. So this one's going to be on cell parts, as we said earlier. So I already have some images that I saved when I went out to the internet, found some and saved them. And of course you will want to credit the people who you got them from, or the website that you got them from, so do remember that part. But for the sake of this video, it's going to be real quick. I'm going to insert an image, and this comes up, and I can either drag it in if you were on a laptop, but I'm going to go into my Google Drive because that's where I have them saved. And since I'm in a classroom, I'm going to go into my classroom for second block for this particular group. And there are my videos. So I'm just going to click on it and select, and it's going to put it into my drawing. I can click here and drag it around, put it wherever I want to. I think what I'll do for this particular drawing, even though it's labeled here, I might want it on here. So I'm going to now insert a text box. You can also do it by just clicking here. And then you've got the plus sign, and you're just going to left click and drag across, and now I can come in here and I can label this Cell Parts, and I can select it, come over here, make it a different text color if I'd like. I can make it bold, I can make it italic, I can underline it, I can even change the size of it over here. I think I'll do that, and I think I might even make it a little bigger than that. Make it here, and then of course right here I can, where you align it, so I can center it here, and I can actually center it inside my bubble or inside my text box by doing that. Alright, so there's two different things. Now just say that I want to talk a little bit more about a particular part of this. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to get an arrow. I'm going to get an arrow right here is where I'm going to get it. I'm going to select the line and get an arrow, and I'm going to draw a line from this nucleus down. And since it's already clicked and highlighted, sometimes you're going to get that little add-on line if you're not right on there. But I'm going to try to click on it. And from there, I'm going to go right here where it says line weight. And I'm going to make that a bigger line. And if I'd like to, I can change the color as well. So I did both of those side by side. All right, and down under here, since I'm going to talk more about the nucleus, I'm going to insert another image, and it goes right back to where I was before, and I'm going to select, it puts it in, and I'm just going to resize it, and then I'll come down here and put it in. I actually, you know what, I think it'd be better if I move this over here to the side, made it a little bit bigger. How about that? Move this over here to the side, so I can arrange things as I want. I click on that, and I'm going to do my arrow from here to here, and then I'll make this a lot bigger. I think that works out better in the long run. All right, so I can do that, and I can talk about it. What if I want to talk about this in particular? Again, I can insert, or I can go here and insert a text box, and I can come down here and talk about the part of the cell that is the control center is the nucleus. or whatever notes that you want to have. You can also put a text box in to credit where you got this from, and whoever it happens to be. So you can do that. You can also put in a timeline if you'd like to. So if I wanted to insert, if I wanted to go up here to the shapes, I could insert an arrow that looks like this rather than the one that I have. So I could do that one. But if I wanted to go up and do a timeline, for example, let's just go back and do another line. I'll do a line. I do a timeline coming across right here. Once I straighten it up a little bit, get rid of that. And I'll straighten it up, and I can come up here to make it a little bit different color. I can make it a little bigger, and I might want to insert another line. I want to insert another line, and this time I'm going to have it go across the actual timeline. And this time I'm going to get rid of that thing. This time I'm going to highlight on it, and I'm going to do Control-C, which is going to copy it, or I can right-click and copy. And then I'm just going to do Control-V for paste, because I'm going to have several things on my timeline if I'm in the class where I'm using such. And do the same thing here, and same thing here. And then if I wanted to come in and put some information on here, how would I do that? Text box. So this might be 1876 for a particular item that you might have in your timeline. It might be a person's life or discovery of something, and you just keep putting your text boxes across until you get there. So that's just a real quick way to use Google Drawings, and then of course it is saved as cell parts. Now if I just click out of the Google Draw and I go back into my classroom, here I am with the cell parts drawing that's already saved in my Google Drive. Hope this has helped. I hope this is something you can use.